we like to do the radical self-love and really dive into loving ourselves as we journey towards healing. That's how I like to look at it, because most of us think we love ourselves. I think, and I would ask the question or invite people to think about how. How do you love yourself? It's just like if we had a partner, a life partner, and they telling you I love you, but you don't see it. Anybody want to say something about that?
Yeah, I would say, what does that look like? What does that feel like? You know, I agree. What does that look and feel like, and how does it inform your life?
Mm-hmm.
Even just loving ourselves, um, what does that look and feel like?
Badu got a song. Is it sometimes? And she say, "You had me calling out your name. What is this strange thing inside me? You don't show no love, right? Like how can we make love if you don't love me?"
Right.
And so it's kind of easy, or I should say easier, to identify when someone else is not loving us, right? Or showing us
Yeah.
love. But when do we question and hold ourselves accountable for loving ourselves?
Very true.
Vanetta, you say what?
Well, unfortunately, yet it's fortunate too because it does happen. Some like what's happening with me in life.
Uh-huh.
Um, you can be, whether you like it or not, placed in that position to assess, um, you know, your how you engage in self love, your ability to do it. How have you been loving self? Or what has been your focus? How do you spell love Time, right? So where have I been spending most of my time focusing, most of my time? And so, my life is manifest, will manifest of that. And
Mm.
so that's what now, looking, I mean, it's really been like that for me all year because I'm like, man, I'm 1 year away from being 50 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So now, especially given all the qualities you had just spoke about regarding Capricorn and the moon, all of this work that I've been doing and achieved, can't say I have full mastery. And I would actually hope I don't because I think there's so much more to it. But, you know, I'm looking at everything and saying, where is this leading to?
Mm-hmm.
You know, this has to work its way to something, something more, something greater. And what is it called? How does it look? So I know to grab it, pursue it, whether it's through my career, whether it's through my living situation, anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, but how much have I been showing that self love to nurture, you know, this um this entity, to be able to identify it and say, yes, this is who I am, this is what I really want,
Right.
and this
Right.
is how it looks. This is what I'm gonna give myself, and I have to feel okay, feel okay with giving myself that time, that focus, unapologetically,
Mm-hmm.
saying it's my turn, like kids do. It's my turn.
My
You
turn
know,
now.
it,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I wanna, I'm becoming more able to do that. You
I
know,
share. I
so
share.
yeah,
I like
that
what
was
you
one of
said
my
about more to
thoughts.
learn, because we do always have more to learn. I don't think we're ever done learning. in this life. But we do graduate to levels of learning.
Yeah, yes,
You
I
know,
share, I share, I
yeah.
share.
Mm.
And yes, that
Mm-hmm.
song you mentioned was one of my favorite songs off Erica Badu's first album, you know.
Right, right, right. She has a lot of
What
wisdom in her
wisdom
music.
things.
Yeah. Hmm. A lot of wisdom, and seeking the wisdom, seeking the guidance, I think is the first step, is the strongest step, is like that first step forward, that cardinal step. That's what radical is about. Radical means initial or foundational, like when you think about a foundation, you can't build a building without a strong foundation unless you expect it to be temporary. If you want a strong foundation, you have to have roots. You have to have a foundation that has to be there for anything else to grow or come of it. And so having this idea of a foundational love that you owe yourself, and I heard you say unapologetic, like, right, we're not apologizing for that. And I think it's especially hard for women because of our societal expectations of being the givers, and we deal with a lot of extraction without regeneration. And we have to stand up, just like as a people, we have to stand up and regenerate ourselves because we have the power to do that. And waiting on somebody else to do it just might not happen. I
Right, and
realize,
it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen the way we need it to happen.
right, exactly. It may happen on a temporary basis, you're right, because people can, gas you up or even be sincere in loving you up. But if you don't love yourself, you're not going to be fulfilled. And doing what you love, doing what makes you happy, doing what regenerates you, is really key in our healing process. Healing is not just laying up somewhere and letting somebody else do the work. That's not healing. Healing is us doing the work. Healing is us knowing that we can be healed. That's where it starts. Knowing that we can be healed and knowing that we have the power. And when I talk about healing, I'm talking about a socio-emotional healing. But we do have to acknowledge and recognize that disease takes place in the body and is exacerbated by our own thoughts, our own stress, our own devices. And so just acknowledging that is really important. I'm trying to keep my eye on the time too. So I love that y'all came out here. What I'm working on is creating a space that we can come together in person, so that we can have some of these sessions in person over the summer. Um, there's some park space, some, spaces like that I've been thinking about. You want some level of privacy. I don't want to just be in a public park like loud, even though we may be able to do that and just have our own little, private circle, circle of love, you know. But I think it's important for us to have it in our minds moving forward. Like, okay, at least every 2 weeks, I'm going to do something for myself. So I'm wondering, what have we done for ourselves, or what do we do for ourselves that that is evidence of our love for ourselves.
Well, today was definitely that day for me because, and really the last couple of weeks, because, I'm looking for what I did. I found a apartment that's definitely, I believe, is a reflection of me.
Nice, nice.
So great. And today I didn't realize that it's been 20 years since I bought myself a bed.
Go,
so,
girl.
so I got a bed and couches it's even been so because I got the bed and couch together, so it's been 20 years for them both. And
Wow.
it's really terrible that I haven't given to myself that type of nurturing. And I'm a Cancerian. My home is my
Right.
chef. It's my, I don't feel right if my home ain't tight, you know. And so, I really love everything in my home, but I love making my home. And it just felt good to be back in touch with that part of me. I had to spend a lot of years, of course, focusing on my son. He was so young and blah, 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 but now he's a teenager, and I'm good. I got room for that now. And I'm loving it. All I can say is I'm loving it, and I'm hungry for more. So,
Dun dun
I
dun
shall.
dun dun. Ashe. I love that. I love that. And sis, you are not alone.
Okay.
I bought my bed a couple of years ago. It was the first bed that I bought for, well, the second bed. The first one was probably 1990 something. And yeah, put it together myself. I don't be having no dudes up in there. you know, it's just my bed.
Yes,
I feel like a
yes,
little,
what? No, no new friends,
no
no
new
new
friends in the
friends.
bed, just my own little fairy, little love nest with myself. Um, and I hadn't done that. And that's really where the idea of the purple couch came from, because that's my first couch in about 30 years. And I bought myself a purple couch, and I was like, I love this purple couch. And it really started to seem like it was like the magic lasso from Wonder Woman, because people come and sit on the purple couch, and it's just like everything come out. Everything come out on the purple couch. So, so yeah, but that was my first piece of furniture, and it makes me feel so good. Like, I'm working on my stuff, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful for what I have. I'm grateful for where I am. And I can see my own growth and progress. And so I give thanks for that. I'm super, super grateful for that. Super grateful. Silver, was you going to say something?
Um, right now, I appreciate hearing this from you guys because at some point I want to, have that concern of what will I buy for my new apartment. Once I move, that'll be, I guess, another time. Um, right now, my time is, as you know, my health.
Mm-hmm.
So just really tending to my health in a major, major way. So that's why I've been spending my time, and that includes what I'm eating, drinking enough water, making, even if I have to go to bed at 7 to get enough sleep, because I wake up in the middle of the night to set an I will do that. I'm tired. Really, that's one of the major things I'm working on. Exercise. I walk to work every day. I usually, walk to the store. I carry my gallons of water. I'm getting stronger. The weight is coming off. I'm feeling better. I feel like I'm preventing a lot and healing a lot. So that's where I am now, really in terms of my self-care.
Ashe. Ashe. We got to take care of ourselves. And one of the things that I learned, even being, blessed with good health as a young person, um, when you're young, sometimes you don't be listening to adults, and they be like, oh, at least you got your health, and take care of your health is all you got, and stuff like that. And you be like, whatever, what are you talking about? It's like, oh, now I know what you're talking about. So, yeah, just the walking, the moving, getting the right environment to include the people we be around, and the work that we do, where we bring our heart and soul, who we share intimate moments with, and how we share intimate moments. One of the things that I've been aware of lately is colors. I've been paying attention to colors and wearing lighter colors so as not to attract energy to me, um, because I can be really sensitive to other people's energies. And so I want to be doing what I can do for myself to keep myself healthy when I'm out in community and out around people, talking to people. I wear my black here and there, but I try to be aware of that, especially if I'm going around people that I don't know and I don't know what to expect. I try to wear something light to repel that energy as opposed to absorbing it. And just, energy budgeting, making choices around where you spend your time, how much time you spending, who you with, what are you feeling when you're with them, you know, very protective, much more protective of my energy. And it's not as easy as it sounds. Like when you said about going to bed early, sometimes you got 1,000 things you want to do. And it ain't even probably got to do with somebody else. Sometimes it's just you that you got to say, okay, no, I'm not going to do that today.
Yeah.
Or, whatever. So, I'm hoping that we can continue our conversations about radical self-love. And I hope that that you guys are okay with, I'm going to create a video that is not so much like something creative, and I'll share it with you guys before I share it anywhere else, with this conversation that we just had, because I want to do more of it. I want to do some of it on a level of, a level that you wouldn't mind people hearing, as opposed to another level where it will be more intimate and, you know, safe. You understand what I'm saying? But I think that it's important to put it out so that people have an idea of where it could go and the vibration, so that they could feel it and choose to engage in some radical self-love, even if they just take the idea and run with it on their own or come to the workshop. Either way, just as long as it influence somebody in a positive way to start doing things to love on yourself more. I'll share real quick that some of the things that I've been doing to love on myself more is my diet, number one. I haven't been moving around as much. Well, I've been moving around, but I haven't been like doing like intentional exercise. But I move around a lot. So that's something that I'm working on. But my diet has been really big, and taking care of my body, taking care of my psychology, my paying attention and being really intentional about what I watch, and feeding myself healthy things that I want to learn, things that I want in my ether. When something is like violent or ugly, I tend to skip that or go somewhere else with my attention, joy, laughter, things like that. And just really being intentional about who I be around and how I be around them. I think that might be a challenging one there. At times it's quite challenging. But just keeping my home with me where I go, and being able to be whatever that is, be present in the moment, right? With wherever I am and whatever I'm doing. So, I don't want to hold y'all too late. I just really wanted to have a conversation. I want to remind y'all, light your candles, burn your sage, create your ancestor altar, create an altar for yourself, where you just go and just honor yourself, your radical self-love altar. and bring things to it that have significant meaning to you, that have a sentimental value to you and who you are or who you were and who you're becoming. And try to have each of the elements on your altar: the water, fire, air, and earth on your altar, and just pay homage to yourself. And when you honor your ancestors, you're honoring yourself as well. So I just want to encourage you to do that. Maybe next time when we come together, we can talk about our radical self-love altars. Our radical self-love altar and ritual. Altering a ritual. So with that, I bid you adieu. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all coming and sharing time and space. I'm looking forward to some birthday fun this weekend. These next several days, you know, some shits and giggles. And, you know, that's therapeutic too. That's therapeutic too.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
And appreciate everyone's insight. Thank you.
Absolutely. Share the website, share the events, and, you know, keep coming. Keep coming. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Vanetta, you still with us? Oh, okay.
Asante Sana for giving us a wonderful spiritual start. Got to start in spirit to our day of being born.
Okay.
And, you know, everything you said was on point. I'm really just stand in gratitude right now. Love and gratitude and sisterhood and everything else. Ashe.
Ashe. Ashe. Peace and love. I'll see y'all next time.
Peace and love.